tonight the story of a man family says was abandoned in a parking lot in the middle of an overdose.
I just really think it's pathetic that is how he ended.
His family left with his legacy they say proves the power of the opioid crisis.
My son is a prime example of how devastating it can be.
Now, the investigation into the person who left him here.
Dumped and dying.
Right now, Chattanooga police say they're working more than a dozen cases of suspected overdose deaths.
Yeah, Eric Patty is just one of them, too. He died at the beginning of this month at just 37 years old.
Hannah Lawrence spent time since then investigating the circumstances surrounding his death. She joins us now to explain his family's frustration. Hannah.
Josh and Kim, family members say that they want someone held accountable for Eric's death. Hospital staff told them surveillance video shows Eric being dumped off in the parking lot. They say a nurse found Eric, but it was too late.
Everyone knew Eric Patty was struggling with drug addiction, even his mother, Wendy.
I know Eric had a problem, but he was a good person.
It pains her to think about the way he was treated the day he overdosed.
The hospital staff told me that he had initially been dropped out at Erlanger East.
It's really sad that if these people were his friends, that they just dumped him like a piece of garbage.
To Brooke Horton, Eric was much more than that.
He was my first love, the puppy love, you know.
They had a daughter together 16 years ago.
Gosh, they were so young.
He and I laid in that hospital bed for forever. Just held her and talked to her, and yep, I'll never forget that day.
The toxicology report says Eric had methamphetamine and fentanyl in his system when he was dumped.
I'm sure he never expected this.
With little brain activity and a poor prognosis, his family was forced to make a decision nobody ever wants to face. They pulled the plug.
It was pretty devastating.
I am really disturbed that somebody left my daughter without her father.
Eric's hobby was in the heavens, the sun, the solar system, and the galaxy, a passion he shared with his daughter Maddie. She's now in high school, left only with memories of her father.
My dad was worth so much more than this, and they treated his life like it was nothing.
Tonight, this new addition to her family is helping her cope. He's named after her father's favorite group of stars.
I named him Leo because it's a constellation, and it just reminded me a lot of my dad, so I had to go with it.
Going through Eric's belongings, Wendy found a statement of faith showing he became a Christian last fall.
That is what has gotten me through all this heartache.
But she's begging other addicts to hear this message tonight.
Don't leave this legacy for your family and friends. Don't leave this legacy.
We aren't really okay right now, but I think we will be because he's always going to be with us. He's always going to be by our side.
Now back to that criminal investigation. Police say they found the driver who left Eric in the hospital parking lot, but if there's been an arrest, the family certainly doesn't know about it. Officers would not discuss the case with us because it's still under investigation. We requested the surveillance video of the alleged dumping, but were denied. Kim.
All right, Hannah, thank you very much for that story. Well, as we mentioned, Patty's case is one of many for Chattanooga police. In the last 4 months, CPD says it's responded to 88 overdose-related calls. Officers say 13 people have died of a suspected overdose. An investigation is opened each time police are called to a suspected overdose.